classroom to grade. And when you do that, do you power through the whole pile without ever stopping? No, well, first of all, your bladder might not allow for that, but you need breaks. When you have big jobs to do, we need breaks. You wouldn't think about that, about doing that all at once. And then when you have long lessons, the longer the teacher talks, the more agitated the students become. They start talking, they're doing other things. And that's just not a feeling that we have. That's based on research. There's some research that shows, so during a 30-minute lesson, you might have your students at the start. They're with you. They're for the most part. But the longer you go, they're okay. We'll keep going and going. It's okay. I can handle this. And then during a 30-minute lesson, before you get to the end, the frowns are starting to appear. Then it starts to hurt, and then they can't take it anymore. So imagine then instead dividing that up with breaks. Those breaks could be different things, maybe a brain break, but also it could be something related to the lesson. But instead, taking 10 minutes, and if 10 minutes, you're stuck in that phase. Take a break, and then you're stuck in that phase again. And take a break, so you're doing the same 30 minutes, but with some breaks, maybe keeping your class a little happier. So that's on-task behavior declined as instructional duration increased from 10 to 30 minutes, which is something we know, but it's backed by research as well. And then, here are my twins when they were in kindergarten. They're no longer this cute, they're 11 now. And it says, children show greater attention during classroom circle time following outdoor play compared to after indoor play. This is with preschoolers, but I just want to get this out there that some of the best breaks are outdoors. But that's not what I'm talking about today. We're talking about digital ones, so they're ones indoors. We're not taking the time to go outside, and just know from right off the bat, outdoor breaks where kids can run, those are the best. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about, I call them digital snacks, because they're short, they're digital, and as I was curating a list of these, and some of them are going to be familiar to you, and hopefully many of them will be new, so you can bring them into your toolbox, are first and foremost, they have to be free. Digital snacks for me also have to have no login. Now, there's a couple of exceptions. There's some Canva things, but that's just whole class. The teacher's the one that logs in. But if students happen to be doing any of these, I don't want them to log in because then it becomes a chore. And then also with logging in, that means then student privacy and data and all that stuff you have to worry about. So these sites don't collect personal identifying information. They can be used without signing up. They're browser-based. There are a couple. There's at least one that won't work on phones, but works on computers. But for the most part, these are browser-based. The teacher can call it right up on her computer, or if students are participating in these, they can call it right up. They are very low prep. It's really just you opening a link or giving a link to students, setting a timer, maybe playing some music, and you have 5 minutes where you take a break. And they can be used, depends on the tool. It might be best whole class, small group, or individually. You're going to have to make that call based on your class, the tool, and the time period. So let's get started with our first digital snack. This one I found in Canva. You can find a lot of these this or that's in Canva. We'll try it. We'll try this. It's a brain break, and it's one of the simplest ones that we have. But what I love is if you go to Canva and search for this, it's already made for you. You can just show it up on the screen. This is a social brain break, so that means you kind of talk to people around you. So I'm going to show some pictures on the screen, and I hope that you have a partner or two that you can quickly talk to. If not, find one. And for instance, this or that is, I'd like you to say nachos or popcorn and why. And then I'll have some more pictures that we'll talk about in a moment. Nachos and popcorn. Not the most, let's, so funny. Popcorn is kind of not so good. Yeah. You have to pick one. It's the rule. I'm pancakes all the way. Oh, wow. I didn't have to ask you. You were a gold star class. Thank you. So there are more of these in this or that. And then there are some holiday themed ones that you could do, seasonal ones, just as a quick social break. Because what I know about kids is that they love to talk, they love to move, they also love to laugh. And some of those can make some of the best breaks. Julie, if they just dying to talk during the lesson when you're trying to teach, right? So if we can get some of that out now, that might be helpful. So that this or that is a quick thing in Canva. If I, again, search for this or that templates, or actually brain breaks, if you look for brain breaks in Canva, they have several of them. I'll show you a few more, but there are tons of them just in Canva that you can customize. There. So, well, here I have something for you. If you're sitting toward the front of the room, I apologize to the people in the back. I love you so much, but I can only print so many stickers. So I do have sticker souvenirs for this, but that's what the sticker looks like. So, but everybody, I'd love for you to go to learninginhand.com/snacks. There's going to be a button on there that you'll press if you'd like to try some of the things that I'm showing on the screen. And then know that, I know some of you will see that there is a tablet that you can click, but it asks for a password. I'm withholding that password until the end because I want it to be a big reveal. But would a couple people mind passing out stickers for me? Let me do this side, Catherine that side, thank you. Start with the front, and we'll see how far in the back you get. So this is what you get for not reading my signs, possibly. That's what happened. My signs worked on you. Thank you. But I still love all of you in the back. You're beautiful, even though I can't even see you in that. All right, so learninginhand.com/snacks. Learning in Hand is my website that I've had for over 20 years. It actually started, why is it called that? Because I was using Palm Pilots in the classroom. So it was a website first all about Palm Pilots, and now I just kept the name. But when you go to learninginhand.com/snacks, there is a button that says link to demo snacks. And these are the ones I'm going to demonstrate. This way I don't have to maybe put the link on the screen constantly for you. And when you click that, it will open up a Google document that has the links to different things that I'll show. Are we good with that? Yeah, all right, so learninginhand.com/snacks. And as you can see from there, I have divided up our snacks, our brain breaks, into different categories that definitely overlap, but there are relaxing snacks. There's cognitive snacks where you do some thinking or learning possibly. Sensory snacks, physical, humorous, social, and creative. And there are different times where different kinds of these brain breaks make more sense than others. But let's start with relaxing. we'll get relaxed first thing. So relaxing brain breaks are maybe great when your students are feeling stressed, maybe when there has been a lot of energy and activity in the classroom, to take a moment and slow down. There's things like there's breathing exercises, mindfulness kind of things to get that emotional regulation. Research shows relaxation techniques can lower anxiety and improve attention, and that's what we'd love to have in our classroom. So let's do our first one. I love this site. It's called Pixel Thoughts. We're going to take 60 seconds with this page. I'm going to call it up live instead of my slideshow. Here we go. So we'll do this one together. Though in the classroom, there are certainly opportunities you might have each student do it. But at pixelthoughts.com, this is a 60-second meditation to help clear your mind. So now here it says, what is bothering you? We all have different things that are probably bothering us. And so I think collectively, we can say what's bothering us is it's a little cold in here. But I'll just say something about school. It's stressing you out a little bit. Oh, maybe about if you have sub-plans. You can type sub-plans in there. Or maybe you're stressed out about lunch. What am I going to eat? Or lunch duty. Okay, well, I think that's going to be. But we can substitute that for anything else that you have that's stressful. And then when I click done, we're going to take a 60-second meditation. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Everything is okay. Your life is okay. Life is much grander than this spot. The universe is over 93 billion light years in distance. The galaxy is small. Our sun is tiny. The earth is minuscule. Our cities are insignificant. And you are microscopic. This thought does not matter. It can easily disappear. And life will go on. Hope you feel less stressed and more connected. And that was Pixel Thoughts. When I taught fifth grade, I dreaded when I had a very athletic class, but they didn't have very good sportsmanship. So they'd come in from recess or back from PE, and there was so much baggage. So they would bring it in, and I wish I had Pixel Thoughts then, because I could have put like that soccer game at recess, which messed everybody up when they came over whatever they disagreed with in PE. Instead, I threatened to, and I would play Let It Go from Frozen, because I hated that song. That just made him mad. Instead, I could have relaxed him. There's something similar, NPR has a joy generator, and this can boost happiness with small moments of delight. And you click for a joy. They have I think maybe 9 or 10 random joys. So this is not something you would use every day, but you could bring it in sometimes as a nice little break. And with the joy generator, because you don't know what you're going to get, but you click. And our random joy is the power of cute. So your favorite distraction explains. We showed 30-minute montages of cute animal videos to stressed university students and found their blood pressure, heart rate, and anxiety dropped. We've been watching all day. What makes these critters so darn cute? A researcher in Australia determined that infants' large heads and large eyes inspire caregiving instincts and activate the brain's reward system. And that might apply to our furry friends too. So we go through it, it talks about what brings joy, and it's a nice little distraction. And you're going to see that actually many of the brain breaks that I have involve animals, because of course they do. Aww. Right, if we go to our list, we looked at joy generator, and then we have this is sand, which I will show you in a moment. But before I do, I discovered this. I think maybe Holly Clark was the first person I saw online that mentioned this years ago, and now I use it all the time. Anybody recognize this girl? So many of you know it now. Lo-fi music. There's a Lo-fi girl. She's a streaming, it's a company, a streaming channel. Lo-fi music has mellow, like minimalistic sound like this. And I play this a lot. When I substitute teach, I have this playing. I bring my Bluetooth speaker with me, and I always have music like this playing as students enter the room. It sets the tone for the day. I like to play this during work time. It's relaxing. It blends into the background. There are no lyrics, so the brain almost just doesn't even have to think about the music, but you can still feel that relaxation. So it's good focus music. I listen to this kind of music when I'm working, as I was making this slideshow. So I had to do a little research on Lo-Fi Girl. Lo-Fi Girl is, you can find this just streaming. There's a live stream constantly going on YouTube. There's a Spotify playlist that's updated a lot. So if you have a Spotify account, you can do that. Or Apple Music, there's a playlist there that's continually updated. Just search for Lo-Fi Girl, and then sometimes they have some seasonal ones. There's a fun Halloween-themed one that they had recently. Definitely will be holiday season Lo-Fi music playlist as well. But Lo-Fi Girl is based in France, and before it was named Lo-Fi Girl in 2021, the company was previously called Chilled Cow. And then as I was researching Lo-Fi Girl, look what I was able to do. It's a cartoon version of me. So their website, lofigirl.com, has a generator, so you can pick your skin tone, hair, outfit. They even have tattoos you can add if you have them, and accessories in your outfit. And you make your own cover art in the style of Lo-Fi Girl. So when you play, I don't know if you'll ever use that, but a lot of you seemed interested, and since you know Lo-Fi Girl, did you know there was a generator? I didn't know about this. So I often pair, I like to use lo-fi music, and then when I'm giving a break that students are working independently on, I really want to use a timer. So they know how much time to expect. And because if I don't have a timer myself, 5 minutes turns into 15 or 20. So I'd like to share with you some timers today. And you probably know about them, but in case you don't, the easiest one to get to is the Google search timer. You just put into a Google search, if you use Chrome, right into the search bar in Chrome, timer for however long, and then it has a timer that pops right up. There's even a full screen button there so that it's just the timer on the screen with a little line going across. Super easy, simple to get to. Timer. So I think maybe the timer I like most is the one on my iPad, because then I can show something else on the screen and have a timer at the same time. Though we'll solve that problem in a little bit. So imagine a classroom where you're taking a relaxing break and you go to thisissand.com. Have you been there before? Oh, this is very relaxing. Multitasking is a myth, But if you're doing something like this is sand while somebody is speaking during a conference, I think you can do both at the same time. I think that's an appropriate kind of multitasking. But you just get virtual sand that you get to drop down from the top. You can pile it up and change colors. Students love doing this one. Adults love it. It's just a relaxing break. And so imagine if I could put the timer on the screen for 5 minutes. I play some lo-fi music, and you just do this as sand. You created a relaxing environment. You're taking a little bit of a break. And for those of you that haven't seen This Is Sand, let's call it up. This is one where there's an app to download if you're on your phone or iPad, but otherwise, this is what you get. You can just drag your mouse, make this bigger for you, and if at full speed, like if you just hold this down forever, it will probably take you 10 minutes or so to fill. I tried one time to fill up a screen, and it takes a long time. Now, if your browser has cookies enabled, you can come back to this later if you really want to, but for me, it's not really meant to be a creation tool. It's just relaxation. You don't have to save what you've done. But it's fun to pile it up in a spot. And then if you'd like to change the color, I was on the rainbow color before, but now I just want a bunch of green. Just a nice little break. And again, imagine if I go to, I'm an Apple Music guy, so I have lo-fi music, right? And a playlist all ready to go. And I'm not showing you the timer because I'm doing this on my screen, but I could have the timer going. And that's could be the shape of your digital snap. Escape out of there. Thanks, Lo-Fi Girl. As I was researching brain breaks, there was this study talking about stroke patients. And the study found that it was something about memories. Since they were stroke patients, they were already doing brain scans. And they found that memories are solidified actually during breaks. When you're not actively thinking about that memory, your brain is still working. They said brain waves changed much more during rest periods of learning than they did while practicing. So what it comes down to is a quote here. Everyone thinks you need to practice when learning something new. Instead, we found that resting early and often may be just as critical to learning as practice. So if you need some more justification when your principal walks in and you're just having some sand on kids' screens, you can say, but there's some evidence that this is reinforcing their learning. Said another way, breaks are an essential part of learning. And if we can structure those breaks to be entertaining, to be relaxing, or social, whatever our kids might need at that time, then it's a double winner. Well, let's look at some social breaks. We looked at the this or that, so those sort of things. Let's try that. I've never done it with this large of a group before, but you're going to have to be fast if you want to try this. But there is a piano that we can share. This is going to be, I can't wait to see how this turns out. This is a Google Chrome experiment called Shared Piano. I'm going to open it and then show you. So while it's called a shared piano, bigger, I can just click. I'm not sharing it yet. Or I can use the home row on my keyboard. when I ask you to stop if you end up joining. So how can I get a link to you really fast? I could go try to go to Bitly or something, but there's something even faster. It's called GaETC, and I think I need the www or do a Google search and you'll find it. With GaETC, I just paste a really long link that people type, and I'm just going to have it only needs to work for 5 minutes. Unlike Bitly, where all the backends have already been used, since GaETCs expire, they just generate an easy to type English word at the end. So it's a fast way to get, when you're not, since I'm doing this on the fly or this URL didn't exist, just for the next 5 minutes, people who go to GaETC.com, how appropriate, /perform. You don't get to pick the word, but it makes it easy to type. Only the first 9 people that type that can join me, but then the rest we can see what happens. But so GaETC was an easy way to get you there. All right, I have 2 people with me, GaETC.com/perform. Maybe do you need the www? That might be important usually it's not, but in this case it might be. It says what? It's full? With just 2 people? Oh, I need to refresh? All right. Oh, I can't even get in there. Okay, this is an opportunity to show you again how to use GaETC. So you all, 10 of you in there, you all get to have your fun. But if you want to join me, I'm going to copy the link at GaETC.com. I'm going to paste, and then I'm going to generate a new, and it's GaETC.com/image, and you'll join this keyboard for me. Oh, my Google timer is going off. All right, is GaETC.com/perform? Is it saying you're joining me? Or /image is full? I wonder why it's not showing. I'm not going to refresh and make that problem. Maybe it's just we were just too many people at once. We just play is that doesn't do anything right now for me. You can change it from piano. It can be drums instead. Now, I did this in a webinar the other day, and it worked fine with the people, but I don't know what we did to it. We broke it. But I can change the drum kit. It can be the drums, woodwinds, a synth, strings, and you can just play together and just have a little bit of fun as a social way. You might want to just have 2 people do it, and they can type in the room code, or they can copy the link and email it to each other real fast. But my demonstration was going to be, all right, let's work together and see if we can make calming music together, the 10 of us. That is a challenge. Let's make exciting music together. How about spooky? So you can give them some different moods, and then as a group, just see if it comes together or not. But try that yourself. Make sure it works before you give it to students or to a room of a couple hundred people. All right, here's another one. This is a would you rather. This has asked me to use my microphone. And it used to be you couldn't find clean would you rathers online. You had to come up with them yourself. But now, because we use it a lot in schools, now you can find good ones. This one happens to have the would you rathers already inside, but I love how it's set up because it has access to my microphone. And as a group, you get to applaud, or as a teacher, if applause is too loud, you could say, now snap to the one that you choose, and it will tally up based on how loud you are by the decibels, which one gets more votes. So part of me wants us to be really loud because Leslie next door will then think that something crazy has happened. The other part of me wants to be nice and not disturb her. Which should we do? Loud? All right. It's on you, not me. I gave you the choice. She asked. All right, so I'm going to click start. And it is, would you rather be lost in room be locked a week in a bright room, or be locked for a week in a dark room? All right, so light room, give applause. All right, now be locked in a dark room. And from 91% to 93% volume, the dark room won there, according to this. It's just a decibel meter using my microphone, so it's not, the most reliable. I wish I could put my very own in here. Wouldn't that be a tool? I need to be able to put my own in. All right, should we do one more? Need to use a litter box to use the bathroom, or need to use the bathroom outdoors? This is crazy, all right? Let's hear it for litter box. And let's hear it for outdoors. 62 to 99%. All right, so I think that's clear. Yeah, like somebody said up here, who's gonna scoop it? Okay. Well, let's look at cognitive breaks, where we do a little bit of thinking or learning during our digital snack. There's the space elevator. This is a one-time snack. You might do it once, but with this, you scroll up from the ground and you just get to explore what can actually go that high. Let me show you. This is from a site called needle.fun, and they have a lot of fun things. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is us. We're in a little space elevator. Down this low, hummingbirds, they don't fly very high. Fireworks don't go very high. The typical temperature right now for us, we're saying, is 59 degrees. Can I make that bigger for you? Yes, I can. All right. Now, I just scroll. There's a hot air balloon, there's a mallard. Welcome to the space elevator, the only elevator that goes to space. Old-fashioned aeroplane. You are currently in the troposphere, the lowest layer of the atmosphere. Oh, it's starting to rain, the temperature is dropping. Oh, there's a hang glider and a pigeon. Different kinds of aircraft. I did not know monarch butterflies could fly 3,000 meters high. I want to fact check that. That seems fishy to me. A box kite, a mountain goat. Oh, because I bet there are mountains that are higher than, they must go up to about 4,000 meters. Anyway, you keep going and going, and it's, as a class, it can be fun to predict what's next. There must be another mountain that can go as high, that must be that high. Condor, Himalayan jumping spider. I don't think it jumps that high again. There must be a mountain that high. And then if I do this to scroll, oh, there's the top of the mountain. There we go. Mount Everest is at, whoa, like 9,000 meters high. Party balloons, passenger jet. Wait, you can imagine the fun that you can have as a class as you discuss what's there. We're so high, we need a spacesuit. Which one should we pick? Well, in honor of Leslie Fisher, we'll pick orange, her signature color. As the pressure drops, so does the temperature. I think we were supposed to get a scarf earlier, and I did not put a scarf on. Oh, the jet stream is coming in. Anyway, we'll just skip to scroll. This is a lot of scrolling. And scroll. Things are really spaced out here, so Northern Lights, a space shuttle. Yeah, it's getting cold out. I don't know how you pronounce that. The Kármán line is generally accepted as the beginning of outer space. Anyway, That's Neil.fun with the atmosphere. They also have another one where instead of going up, you go down and you explore the deep sea and what's at each layer. It's a fun way to do it. All right, another cognitive break. This was fun. This is a little guessing game. This is more fun to do on your own, but we'll do it together. Of course, if you have the link, you can play it on your own. I would like to say that I coded this myself with the assistance of Claude AI. Claude AI has this thing called artifacts. So I had this idea for a game, and then Claude made it and then produced this link. So it's actually going to Claude.site. The Claude isn't AI chatbot like ChatGPT and Gemini. It's just by Anthropic. And when the artifacts came out, I'm like, this is cool because I can make some of my ideas for games and activities a reality. And I really like developing students' number sense, and that's what this does here. So I can click and the game instructions are here. You're gonna see a screen filled with shapes for 10 seconds. Just for 10, there's a countdown timer. You're gonna quickly estimate the number of shapes that you see and enter your guess. Your score for each round is the difference between your guess and the actual number of shapes. If you don't guess within the 10 seconds, you automatically get 100 points added to your score. And there are 5 rounds in total. So the highest score you can get is 500. The lowest score you can get is 0 if you were spot on every time. Let's start our game. And especially those of you in the front, I'm gonna need you to help me with some shout outs here. Within 10 seconds. So let's start. All right, how many circles do we think we see there? I'm gonna enter my guess.
47.
I heard 35. Look at our timer, 4 seconds. And so I click it, I submitted my guess, and I scroll down here. It was really 47. You're a good glancing guess there down there. My guess was 35, so I have 12 points added to my score. All right, next round, ready? The timer starts automatically once I click next round. 47, we're gonna be listening to you over there.
33.
I hear a lot. All right, let's go with 33, 2 seconds left. The number was 40. You said 40? Now in a room this large, chances are maybe somebody will get it right, but I don't want to take away from your accomplishment there. So we added 7. Next round. 57. And there were 48. So that's 9. You were 9 off. Next round. Oh, wow.
73.
I heard 83. It was 89. Now, if you come into my artificial sweeteners this afternoon, one of the things I'll say is that AI is really bad at math. My biggest fear would be that the AI was not actually making the correct number there. So I did some tests, and at first I was going to count each one, but instead I took a screenshot, uploaded it to ChatGPT, and asked it to count the number, and it was right every time. So I'm assuming AI is bad at math, but it can create math things. It's okay. All right, I think this is our last round. How many triangles we got? 64. And it was 68. And let's see our final score as a group. 38. That's actually really good. So now, if your next session is just you just need a little distraction, you can play, glance, and guess. And if you like this idea, but you can improve on it, then you can go to Claude.ai and say, I want you to code a game for me, describe, glance, and guess, but then also if you say that instead you want it to be, instead of shapes, you want it to be puppies, or if you prefer cats, you could make it cats. So you can make your own digital snacks. You'll see when I give you the master list of snacks, I have another one. Some of you might remember, I think I showed it off last year, a progress bar. And you get to guess what percentage of the progress bar is randomly showing you, and you get a score on that. I have another one that helps you with mental math, making either 100 or 1,000 really fast. My son, I'm going to show this in my session later, he made one where you guess the angle, the measure of an angle. So it could be some math practice, but it can also be a nice cognitive break. And then we have Neil.fun has this, spend Bill Gates money. So giving you $100 billion and then what you can buy with it. So Big Macs are, now this is, the prices are a little outdated. Big Macs are not $2 anymore. Flip-flops are not $3, but we're just saying, oh, I wish a 12-pack of Coke was $5. At neil.fun/spend, you try to just, before I show you that, let's talk about another timer, because we have a variety of them. Maybe like a sand timer, switch things up. So you can see how much sand you have remaining and how much you have used. At sandtimer.tool10.io, you can change like the background color and how long that timer takes. So if you wanted a different kind of timer, you can set that one. And while you're playing Neil.fun, you can also play some lo-fi music in the background, because Neil.fun/spend is a lot more fun than having somebody do it for you. When you scroll down to Neil.fun, you can see how many yachts you can buy. With Bill Gates money, not your own money. Don't spend your own money. So yeah, you could buy like, I don't even know what number I typed in. Oh, I spent all the money on flip-flops. But look, this is actually a place value like less than 2, right? I just add 1 0 to the end, and then all of a sudden, Bill Gates can't afford all those flip-flops. And if you decide you don't want that many, you can sell them back. You have to do it one at a time? Oh, just delete it, okay. Ooh, a lobster dinner, a video game, but let's just scroll to the end. You can buy your own cruise ship, skyscraper. Oh, how many skyscrapers can we buy? Oh, can we buy 10? Can we buy 100? Can we buy 1,000 skyscrapers? No, the maximum skyscrapers Bill Gates can buy is 117. And then if he bought that many, he can't even afford a cruise ship. It gets kids talking. Now, here's a problem with some of these sites, and this is a classroom management thing. If you're having students go out to this link, then at the bottom of Neil.fun has more fun you can do. And it's up to you. Some of these I would want to save for later. Draw Perfect Circle is really fun. I would kind of make it our agreement that when we do a brain break, you stay on the brain break that I've asked you to go to. And if you don't, then I can't trust you to do brain breaks. You have to watch a partner do a break. So however you manage that in the classroom. All right, as much as I wanted to set a timer and have you do that, I want to get to more things. So we looked at sand timer, Neil.fun. Just a real quick side trip here. Options for serving your digital snacks, right? Whether snacks might be served to the whole class oftentimes, or you do it in small groups or individually. You could, if you're giving it to students, that can be a QR code, depending on their devices that they have. Or you can make a short link. I showed you Yell-Key, but Yell-Key might not be one you want to do with kids because they could go to sites you don't intend. But if you use Bitly or something, if you have a class site or an LMS, you know how to get links to kids. Or maybe you offer them a menu. Who are you to say what brain break a student needs at that exact moment? I'm going to give you a ton of brain breaks when I finally give you the password of that Padlet. You can mix and match, put them into a class website. Or for me, when I substitute teach, I come prepared with a menu of brain breaks. And I really disappoint students when I said, I brought snacks. And they're like, yes, Mr. Visit brought snacks. And here they are. But I just take a little screenshot, and this is a Google slideshow, so that then I just link directly to that. So as I'm teaching and I know we need a break, or sometimes I use them as a little reward, saying I have some really cool things. Out of this one, usually classes will pick, is it the real thing or cake? Like, if you want to do that, you got to stick with me for the next 10 minutes, and then we'll take a break and we will decide which one to do. So I've had a lot of success putting them into a slideshow. Well, let's talk about physical breaks. This one might be the most common one that I see in classrooms, right? You have Go Noodle and stuff like that, where you can get some physical breaks. This one was new to me when I was in a preschool classroom. You guys know Danny Go? Okay, so everybody but me knew it. If you were like me, Danny Go is, this is just in the middle of a clip here, but you have kids stand up and he goes on different adventures and you just do the same actions. So here, this is the gem mine. And you gotta, so to see how it fits, you gotta keep pumping and then grab those gems. This seems dangerous if you don't have a lot of room in your classroom and they're grabbing gems. There's music, and there are dozens of these videos, different ones. There's a whole YouTube channel. Use it for your own aerobics. All right, so he has a whole channel, so, and you can find lots like that. So I won't spend a lot of time on it, but if you don't know Danny Go, now you do, and he's fun. Yep. Who needs Apple Fitness when you have Danny Go? Canva, back to Canva. Canva has a lot of movement brain breaks. There's one, Let's Dance and Shake. My daughter liked this one, and it just has an animated GIF. The runtime on these, I actually sped it up so that you can see the different ones. But if you are, oh, I'll come back. It's a Friday. Imagine this. What if you got your little savviness of Canva, but what if each student or pairs of students, they made their own dance move and you recorded that in video, put it in Canva. Canva makes it real easy to remove the background, and then you can put it on that video, extend it so it just repeats for as long as you need it, and so that your brain break is with your own students. I think that can be pretty fun. That is not low prep or anything like that. Okay, my watch is telling me it's time. So there are humorous brain breaks. I'll just show you one of these. Emoji Kitchen. Have you seen this, where you get to combine different emojis? Okay, I'm going to show you this. So Emoji Kitchen has emojis on one side, and on another you can combine them. It's fun. You can turn different emojis into a ghost. So I choose the ghost emoji, and now a ghost emoji with the cursing emoji. Oh, thank you. Sorry, there's the ghost emoji. That's it's not on the screen. Okay, so I choose the ghost emoji, and it's showing us, it's combined them. How about ghost emoji and cowboy? Ghost emoji and mushroom? Yeah, okay. A ghost chicken, a ghost panda, a ghost winking bird. Oh, okay. If it's not ghost, I'm going to move my screen, but I promise I'll remember to put it back this time. How about a ghost? How about a ghost or an eye? The eyeball, and then eye and lightning. Okay, that just puts things in eyeballs. Or let's do the pumpkin emoji. Oh, I think got trigger happy. Pumpkin lion. Cursing pumpkin. Pumpkin in a hole. Exploding pumpkins. So these are fun to combine together, obviously. You can save these if you want as an image, but they're fun to combine. Fire. are good, some aren't so good. I found this one in Canva. What is worse than finding a worm in your apple? Finding half a worm, you guys know. Dad joke. Some of the best brain breaks are sensory. YouTube, I love this. I usually play this at the end of the day when kids are really riled up and I need them to be quiet, because ASMR, they need to be able to listen. So if anybody talks, then it ruins it. Oh, she can't talk. Animal ASMR. Somebody has recorded, put microphones right next to animals as they eat, and you can hear every bite. He's a turtle, he's too slow, yeah. So there's... Oh, now he gets his spotlight. And there are also creative, where you could maybe make something real fast. This gear sketch, it's a weird URL, but again, you'll have the link, where you draw gears and chains and just make crazy stuff happen on your screen, right? Clicking play and making the gears and chains move. So I hope I've conveyed the importance of doing breaks in the classroom. There are different timers you might use. Another one, my favorite one is aftel.net, because at aftel.net, you can type above and below the timer as it's displayed. I think you can do that in classroom screen, lets you have a timer and some instructions. But aftel.net was designed for teachers. It has no ads. It goes full screen, and you can type what you want them to be doing during the timer. So that's why it's my favorite. And then Online Stopwatch has a bunch of cute timers where different things can happen on the screen, so you can change things up. But this is the moment we've been waiting for. Where are the rest of these? I have a Padlet that is separated in there. There are nearly 200 different snacks. You've seen the link, you just want the password so you can explore it. The password is all lowercase, yum. All lowercase and yum. Eventually I will take the password off, but this is so new to me, I kind of want to make sure it's, before I share it with the entire world, I'm sharing it with you. So yum, and you can scroll down. I made a separate video page for each of the different types of brain breaks. The videos, they're almost all YouTube, are separated from the other kinds of content, allowing you to make menus and all sorts of different things. What I ask you to do is, as you go through this, and if I had another half hour with you, it would take time to do it, but on the Padlet, there are thumbs up and thumbs down. So if you try something and you like it, please come back to the Padlet and give it a thumbs up so it rises higher on the list. And if it's something that just isn't working for you, too many ads, give it a thumbs down so it goes lower on the list. And over time, as I introduce this to more educators, we will have a tiered list with some of the best favorited brain breaks at the top. So, sorry I didn't have enough stickers, but just learninginhand.com/snacks has that Padlet. The password is what? One more time, what's the password? Yum. It's full of brain breaks, but based on the research, maybe it's not a brain break. Maybe we should call it a brain boost, because that's really what it does. Boost learning, helps us manage our classroom. Thank you for joining me. Have a great afternoon.
tripwire.
I tried to get in your picture.